Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After that quick break, we are back here tonight for the TFN World Championships to bring you guys more of the finals games. We are into this final series between Aimstrong and Sepha. So far, it is 2-1 up to Sepha. We've seen 3 Soviet victories in a row, although Aimstrong put in an absolute cracking performance as the Germans in his last game. But it is now time to see who is going to take this 4th game in the series, see whether Sepha can end it or whether Aimstrong is going to push this to a 5th game. We're going to find out in a minute. But first, Fatal, we have a second very special guest to introduce tonight.
Yeah, we do indeed. All of a sudden in our chat, we saw someone talking there. Hey guys, hey TFN, you know what? I got some DLC commander, some mechanized commander for the Soviets to give away. And none other than Tribal Bob showed up in the chat during our live cast tonight. And he's actually with us here in the TeamSpeak server we're using for voice communication. How are you doing tonight, Bob?
I have 3 things.
Bob has some free things. How many of these free things do you have? You have 2 of the commanders, correct?
Yes, I have 2 Soviet Mechanized Support Commander Tactics cards to give away. These were the same commanders that we gave away at E3, and if you've been following me on Twitter, I've been giving a few of these away at night.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead. I managed to finally, the last 2 that Tommy actually brought with him home from Canada, I was given away to random Twitter followers of the official Twitter channel and Tommy's own personal Twitter as well. But now we're actually going to do, you 1,142 people still watching late at night. It's 2 a.m. for me at CEST time zone, so it's very late and we still have over 1,000 viewers. Fatal is very, very happy. I managed to hustle during the last 30 minutes of that massacre of a game we just witnessed, Game 3 between Aimstrong and Sepha. I managed to get this plugin to work in Chrome for a random giveaway on Twitch. So I'm going to roll the dice right now to see who's our winner actually. And we have a winner. He's following the Frontline Network Twitch channel. It's Tuochten, Tuochten. So if you're in the chat, make yourself known. And Bob, also say something in the chat so it's easy for them to click. You can see him there. It's Tribal Bob 41. So Tuochten. Tuochten.
Tuochten.
Can we see him in the chat somewhere? Not exactly sure. I can see him.
Can you speak up? Are you here? Are you okay?
Let's see here. I'm gonna copy this and paste it in this chat here.
So just to remind you guys, the commander comes with an IL-2 precision bombing strike, an ISC-152.
I believe he's here. Here he is. Here he is.
We do have a
there we go.
Tuochten.
Send me a PM.
Send Tribal Bob 41 a PM on Twitch, and he will give you the CD key to actually unlock this DLC commander for the Soviets. Very special commander. It's not open to the public, so send Tribal Bob a PM, and as soon as Bob gets that PM, we will go ahead and roll the dice once again, actually. So I hope you're on top of things now. Tuochten. That was a hard name to pronounce. Why do you people on Twitch have such hard names to pronounce?
Still waiting on that PM.
Got it covered. 2-0. You got it covered. Yeah. So nice. Thanks, guys, he says. Any PMs received so far, Tribal Bob?
I am still waiting. I still have not seen anything. Tuochten, if you want your stuff, you gotta send me a PM.
Well, should we give him a game's length to get that PM sent off to you?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
and then if you haven't claimed it by the end, Tuochten, if you haven't claimed it by the end of the next game, then we'll do another giveaway.
Yep, exactly, after this next game. So we'll roll the dice for the second key that Bob's given away to you fans of Company of Heroes out there. And it's going to go to T-Money508. So if you're in the chat, just make yourself known or we'll roll the dice again. T-Money508. Speak Swedish for the people, Fatal. No, I'm not gonna do that. Money 508, are you there somewhere? We'll give him
there
also...
I did get 2 options.
Oh, you got that PM, so that's 1 key. So where is Money 508? He is a follower. He should be somewhere here actually looking right now. We apologize for the delay. We just want to give these keys away to our fans, courtesy of Tribal Bob from Relic. No messages so far. I can't really see any messages. We'll just leave it be for now, and if it's not done, if there's no PM by the end of this coming game 4 between Aimstrong and Sepha, we'll do another draw. So let's get ready. Thanks a whole bunch, Bob, for coming on.
You're quite welcome. I look forward to this last few games.
Yep, let's go ahead. You ready to go, Tommy? I'm at the 5-second mark, so close them fancy doors and open up into the in-game view. We'll be ready to rock and roll.
Ready. My body is so ready for this game 4. I want to see what happens when the pressure is on now, because the pressure is really on Aimstrong. He's got to win this, or he's gonna lose this series. This is a match game right here. If Seph wins, he wins $1,000. If Aimstrong wins, they push it to a 5th game. So I'm really excited.
The pressure is on for Aimstrong to increase the length of this matchup between himself and Sepha. So we're at the 5-second mark. So you want to count me in, Tommy?
Yep, let's unpause in 3, 2, 1, unpause. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
Ooh, I'm following Sepha. You got the player names on, so everybody knows that the Soviet player this time around is Aimstrong.
Yes, I will be following Aimstrong. He is going to be bringing us his Soviet play once again. It's a very sort of methodical Soviet play. It's not quite so rough and ready as the M3 scout car spam that we saw from Sepha.
He got the 1 in his Soviet.
He does get the 1, yeah, but even after that 1 died, he sort of... He didn't keep on building them.
No, exactly. He didn't produce multiple M3s. I think in one of the semis maybe he lost one M3 and replaced it, but he never rolls with more than 1. I'm not exactly sure why he would do that. It's just, you know, obviously he wants to get that sniper out of tier 1 as fast as possible and start plugging away. Every shot counts, basically. It's a manpower drain for every kill you can deliver onto the German infantry. So, I don't know. Obviously, Aimstrong has a set mind in plan. He knows what he wants to do. He knows how he wants to play, but I really enjoyed seeing his reaction to the M3s in the last game, because he switched it up from a massive tier 1 into quick tier 2.
And I wonder if he'll carry that over to his regular games now, whether he'll keep on doing that, or whether he's just, you know, because the M3s, they're probably going to be changed, at least in some perceptible way, as a balance fix comes in, because they are, you know, quite powerful at the moment. So people are probably going to have to start moving away from M3, so I wonder if Aimstrong is just he's going to play his counter to the M3 strat for now, and then go back to his long tier 1.
Denied up in the north. Did you see that?
I saw that,
basically
yeah.
Standing
they were in the doorway
on the front door. Hello, can you let us in? The Russians just saying, no, you cannot come in, and instead I will shoot you in the face. And that's Pioneers are forced to backtrack. Sepha actually opens up, similar to his previous German game, with an MG opening into Gren.
So MG opening, sitting at that little gap in the hedge here, pointing at the VP. He's going to be disappointed though, because there's one conscript all the way down in the south, but he could potentially be flanked straight off the bat. So you got to be careful setting up your MG like that. With the true sight mechanics how they are, setting up in these kind of openings can be a little bit of a risky venture.
Yeah, you can no longer just see past hedges, houses, shot blockers, etc. Everything that can obstruct your view is going to do that with the true sight in Competitive Heroes 2. And you can get flanked quite horrifically if you're not paying attention, or if you got some other unit spotting for you. So, especially when it comes to MGs, they're still very, very strong and very potent in Competitive Heroes 2. All you need is basically, you know, when you produce your MG, if you force off one infantry squad, that's less capping for your opponent, and then if you force off the second squad as well, you know, you're starting to win on the map dominance part.
So we've got the first little clash between Grenadiers and Conscripts down here at the south. Grenadiers took the building. They're going to stay out range. They don't want to get sucked in into a close range engagement. But there we go. There's a nice MG flip there from Sepha, forcing the first retreat there from Aimstrong. He's really on the ball, not going to lose any health or any men on that squad. He's just going to get straight out of there.
Yeah, he also cut off Aimstrong from the south by taking this cut off, but at the same time Aimstrong is actually in control of the north fuel anyway, so he still has his fuel on income, but Sepha does not. He is extending southern now, so to get some more territories, and most likely gonna go for that fuel after he caps the strategic point that his grenadiers just nabbed for themselves. But yeah, as we are seeing in most games, especially during the initial stages, is that the Russian infantry, the Soviets, are everywhere.
Yeah, they got a lot of capping power, and we have the tier 1 is now coming up from...
Quick!
Yeah, very quick tier 1. He's really on the ball, not going to float any resources here from Aimstrong. He's got his 3 conscripts, he's got his 2 engineers, so it looks to be the same Soviet strategy that we've seen rolled out in his past Soviet games. To great effect as well, we should add.
Yeah, I especially always enjoy seeing Aimstrong playing with snipers. Competitive Heroes 1, Competitive Heroes 2 does not matter whatsoever. I always enjoy seeing his sniper play. Obviously, it worked in Competitive Heroes 2 as well. We do have the MG actually catching out the conscripts, trying to take that cutoff point in the south by an MG. He's gonna try and crawl out of the firing range of the MG. He's not getting unsuppressed, however. He didn't get pinned, so he can still move. In the north, however, he did get pinned by the MG in that very strong building, watching over the fuel point, but it's still in Aimstrong's control.
The first flamethrower is upgrading on this engineer here in the center, and there's a scout car that's just hit the field, so we're going to be seeing that scout car turning into a clown car, flamer garrisoning it, and the hurt is going to begin to be laid down on Seph's tier 1.
It's really quick on his taking tier 2 already up, and we do have a scout car producing as well, so he is expecting that M3, just like in the previous game between him and Aimstrong on Kolodny. So there's gonna be a counter out. He is banking on all of the munitions. Obviously he has not gone for any Molotovs or something like that to produce or create a munitions drain on him, so he's going to be able to upgun it if he needs to, and the M3 is obviously already out, finds himself an MG to pick at a little bit, bully him around the field, and he's forced to retreat.
Here comes the scout car. It forced a retreat of the MG, and it forced the Pioneers to retreat there in the north. So the north is now totally open. Aimstrong's going to be able to go in there, grab that fuel for himself. Meanwhile, he's not choosing to get any more than one scout car. He is choosing to do what he did last time, which is to get a sniper follow-up. So we do have that 2-man Soviet sniper squad hitting the field now. That's going to make a good counter to any kind of tier 2 Panzer Grenadier play from Sepha.
Yeah, as tier 2 is up and the armored car is already on the field, his next 360 manpower is sunk into a P-Grand squad, which is going to hit the field very soon. He's almost 50% done with that already, but now Sepha actually losing his cutoff in the south, and all of his units were forced away by 2 conscripts and the M3, and the sniper now gonna hit the field, start plugging away at the German infantry. So the scout car out from Sepha now, he needs to catch this M3 before it becomes too powerful with veterancy and that overdrive ability to get away from them. But he does get 18-nated almost instantly, so Aimstrong already teched 18-nades against that armored car.
Yeah, he was ready and waiting with those 18-nades, and actually if you look at the map now, Aimstrong is beginning to carve up the map in a big way. Instead of using that scout car to go in and attack, he's actually using it as a mobile capping force, capping that fuel and taking it away from Sepha down in the south there.
Yeah, all of the southern sectors are cut off from Sepha. His income now is horrible all of a sudden, down to 10 fuel income and 60 munitions. He only has 2 sectors connected to his base sector, producing a little bit of resources, both fuel and munitions, as they do in Competitive Heroes 2. A little bit different from Vico.
2-man sniper squad starts opening up on the Panzer Grenadier squad. That's going to be painful. 45 manpower per shot. It's
prime
not cheap.
Target.
The first guard squad hits the field. It just feels like clockwork. Like Aimstrong is just right at home with his Soviet strategy here. He's got his scout car, that forces the armored car. He gets a sniper, that kills the Panzer Grenadiers. And now he's got his guards, which is going to counter this half-track and armored car combination.
Oh, combined with 18As to slow them down so that Scout Car can roll in with his flamethrowers to deliver the hurt on the Panzer Grenadiers, the Grenadiers and the Pios. So this armored car is going to start opening up on that M3 if he can just get close enough. But the closer he gets, the bigger the chance of getting 18-aided.
Yep, there goes the 18-aid once again. takes down the armored car to about half health.
Ooh. Low health conscripts running for their lives. Hit vet 1 from dealing damage to that armored car with 18 nades, but he manages to get away.
Sniper from Aimstrong still plugging away, now sitting at 4 kills. A very comfortable number of kills there.
He's not been on the field for more than a few minutes, and he's got the extended line of sight from the conscripts in the church building, and that armored car is yet again getting repaired. All it's done this game is basically run into a conscript squad, get 18-aided, get put out of action for a little bit, get repaired back up to get 18-aided once again.
Here comes the marker's car here. The scout car has been kept alive this time, so it's gone from being a flamer car to a marker's car.
M3 almost taken out.
Yeah, it takes such a lot of damage. But look at this, he's gonna, if he gets too greedy, he's gonna walk right into a button squad.
Yeah, he knows he can't do that, and actually opts to back away instead of engage, and that was a good decision because the guard squad popped out of the M3 and the combat engineers are right there. They should start to be repaired very soon.
Whoa, look at that!
Just killed that?
That was the PTRS. That was PTRS at long range. He popped a flare.
He used the flare to get the line of sight in the blizzard.
That was a great move.
Yeah.
To extend his line of sight during the blizzard. And those PTRS rifles, they've got a mean range on them. You've really got to watch out.
I was brilliantly played by Aimstrong. He knew exactly what he was doing at that time, and he polished that one off. And the scout car now actually retreating back a little bit so it can be left alone to its repairing duty.
So things are looking a little rough now because the scout car, the M3, is still alive, and yet Sepha's Axis scout car has died along with its 70 munitions investment.
The Flammenwerfer is upgraded on the German half-track, flaming some conscripts, but not before they actually AT-nade the half-track, making it extremely slow. The guards, however, is down in the south, and the M3 was just fully repaired, and the P-Grens are back onto the field. 2 squads out now from Sepha, 2 P-Grens and 2 MGs, while one of his initial Grens has already gone down.
Here comes a couple of PGs into close range with the guards. They're a good counter to guards. They're very powerful, especially when those guards don't even have those DP light machine guns.
Prime target for the M3, however, there's no AT capability on the P-Grens without Shreks, and they are forced to retreat. These conscripts, however, I'm not exactly sure. They're going a little bit into enemy territory. There's an MG in the building guarding the pioneers, repairing the Flammenwerfer. I believe they got another 18-8 off, however, because it's almost down to 60% health. And here comes the Marcus car.
Oh boy, he's shooting, popping away. Wow, doing a load of damage to that unvetted armored car there. Uses overdrive to get into close range. He's now taking a full burst from the MG42. But there it goes, the Flammenwerfer is down. Both the 222 and the 221 cars have gone down in quick succession. This is a real blow.
And as overdrive ability is going to be active for a little while longer, he's easily going to be able to run away from the Panzer Grenadiers. Even though they don't have Shreks, they can still do small arms fire damage to the M3. But right now, it looks like Aimstrong is going to take this game.
Nice grenade there in anticipation of those P-Grens. Yeah, it's looking like a very strong opening here from Aimstrong.
Sepha has no map, basically. None whatsoever. And as we saw in the previous game, or well, the little I saw, because I was hustling with Bob and trying to get that plug-in to work to give away those 2 DLC commanders, I saw that Aimstrong actually managed to drain Sepha's Soviets quite low.
He did. He got Sepha's Soviets down to about just below 200, I believe. But it was, yeah, I mean, it was a tight thing. You know, he really had a good thing going there. And I think, you know, if, and Peter's general hypothesis was, you know, a bit better macro play, a bit better teching and unit choice. And Aimstrong could have actually pulled a win out of that game.
Yeah, that would mean, I believe, the first person in this tournament to crack Sepha's Soviets would have been Aimstrong, because I'm pretty sure that Sepha has won every Soviet game he's played so far.
Yes, I believe he has. I believe he is unbeaten with his Soviets. He is only lost with the Germans.
But then again, until this final game between Aimstrong and Sepha, Aimstrong was completely undefeated. Not even a single German loss.
This is true, this is true. Now he is lost as the Germans, but he is still not lost as the Soviets.
No, that's actually true. So, yeah, I don't know. Both players very, very good at competitive areas too, quite obviously. They knocked out every opponent they had all up until the finals, and now they finally clash on Kolodny Firma.
Well, we saw the loss of yet another MG, another tier 1 unit went down. It's all falling apart a little bit for Sepha.
Yeah, he did manage to get a hold of a little bit of fuel, so he's going to replace his half-track and his scout car as well. He does have enough munitions to upgun the scout car, but not to get a flammenwerfer as well. So this half-track might just be used as a forward reinforcement point, most likely.
We had an MG42 was stolen after being decrewed by the sniper and conscripts.
MG setting up, scary sniper there. He was trying to get a shot off before retreating. He didn't just get it, he had to retreat due to the fear of getting killed by those SCG-44s on the Panzer Grenadiers. But the MG flip was very nicely done from Aimstrong, stealing the MG, flipping it over at the Axis infantry, forcing them to retreat.
This clown car is still alive, still doing a ton of damage. I mean, these PGs, they can't even use a Panzerfaust against them.
Now they have no way of defending themselves against vehicles unless they get Shreks. What is this MG doing? Run away, MG, and he's gonna do that.
Oh no, was
was
that a whole PG squad that just went down there? I think it was.
I believe he had 3 and now he has 2. I'm not exactly 100% sure, but he is losing quite a lot of units. He's down to those 2 light vehicles, one up in the north here. And that M3 is going to use overdrive to try and get away, but the upgrade is very nicely timed from Sepha. Takes out the M3 up in the north.
Okay, so maybe Sepha has a way back into this game now because he's knocked out that M3, that pesky M3. Well, Aimstrong is not planning to build another one, but he does have his tier 4 going up.
Half-track is taken out once again, second half-track down. The guards rifles combined with 18-8s from conscripts polishes that off. So yeah, he's replaced it already actually. There's a new half-track on the field, but he can't keep building that because as soon as tier 4 hits for Aimstrong and he starts producing Su-85s, those light vehicles are going to get mincemeat in 2 seconds.
Well, here we go. Yep. Tier 4 has been completed.
18-8 on the newly produced half-tracks on a damaged engine, and the guards are right there, plinking away with their PTRS rifles. Nice bundle.
Oh, forces a retreat. No kills. Oh, there was a couple of kills, yeah.
Yeah, 3 actually, with some small arms fire on retreat as well, but that was an instant retreat if I've ever saw one.
Sepha now, he clings to this top VP like glue, but besides that, he is in a pretty bad position fuel-wise. He's in a pretty bad position manpower-wise. He's been taking a lot of manpower drain all game long thanks to these well-used snipers here by Aimstrong. And the Su-85, the first one, is about to hit now.
That was fairly quick, I have to say. 16 minutes into the game. He's only lost his M3, I believe. Not a single infantry squad has been killed. He has his 2 initial combat engineers and conscripts, as far as I can see on the map, while Sepha has lost plenty of light vehicles, you could say that at least.
Here comes that armored car once again. It's been fully repaired, and it's in a good fighting position.
Going to be able to actually damage that Su-85, especially on the rear armor, but at the same time the Su-85 can damage that armored car quite severely as well. With only 1 shot, I think it almost gets decimated.
Yeah, it'd be too risky to try a circle strafe at this point. He's just not in the position to take those kind of risks.
With guard backup, there's just no way.
Yeah, throw in 18As as well, and you've got a done deal.
It is very, very squishy. It doesn't have that much HP, so everything can damage it, even small arms fires. We do actually have some grenadiers from Sepha down south trying to grab a strategic point. Freezing to death. 1 man drops dead on the ground.
Another grenadier is forced to retreat here down in the south. Meanwhile, back in the north, we've got a big Panzer Grenadier force moving out. But he's just having to commit so much just to take back 1 little measly strategic point. It feels very, very uneconomical.
Surprise grenade thrown by the guards. I'm not exactly sure why. But, yeah. Whatever you can do to damage your opponent is good, I guess. But that was a bit surprising to see that thrown.
Some Urai conscripts, they're getting into close range. Very nice. That's going to be an 18-8 on the half-track. What?
What just happened right there?
That was weird. He threw it and it never exploded.
The guy just did
threw
the
a dud.
throwing animation, but he didn't actually have the grenade in hand, so he just like threw air.
Maybe they did that cartoon thing where they pull the pin out and they throw the pin and they keep hold of the grenade.
Might have been so. I'm not exactly
any
sure.
second now we're going to see the conscript squad explode. He is going for a base rush. He doesn't even have flamers. I guess it's just a scouting move. He's going to see this tier 4 building, but
he knows the SU is there.
Yeah, he already knows the SU is there, so I don't know why he's in this base.
Annoyance. He's gonna sacrifice this half-track just to create an annoyance, and we do have a slight reaction. The SU-85 is moving back to the base to handle this harassment. It's not doing much damage without this flamethrower upgrade, and Sepha can't afford upgrading it either way. Even if he was in friendly territory, he couldn't upgrade it. So I'm not exactly sure. It's just basically a diversion.
I guess he's just, trying to distract, trying to buy some time, trying to give himself a bit of breathing room, but Aimstrong isn't going to let up. He doesn't need to send very much support back here to deal with this half-track.
SU is back at base, gonna handle this. Smoke actually popped on the half-track to be even more annoying. He's stalling for time. Look at the south, he's moving out en masse now. He has a pack from his tier 2 building, something to counter the SU. Wow, that was quick though. That smoke did not save that half-track for long.
Nope, it looks like Sepha is really just, he's pulling the cute moves that he can do to try and buy time, to try and grab VPs, I suppose, because I expect he knows that this game is almost certainly a lost cause at this point.
Look at the snipers. He sees the MG up north at the VP, instantly sprints over there with his sniper team to take them out, but he's running into the MG fire and is forced to retreat.
Gotta be careful doing that.
Good.
Gotta be more careful. We do have the double T-34-85 call in on the field already.
Oh, yeah. This is gonna shut down everything.
This is gonna be the nail in the coffin.
Nice bundle on the conscripts, but that means that he just spent 50 munitions to kill a few measly conscripts while there are T-34-85s on the field and only one pack. Oh, and the pack misses its first shot as well. Not good for Sepha. He needs to deal damage to these tanks quite fast. Conscripts actually kind of screening for the 2 tanks now moving in. SU up top, handling some P-grants, and the armored car is over there. He might go in for the circle strike. There's nothing else supporting apart from a combat engineer. The SU gets a nice hit on the armored car. He's trying to get on the back armor, but it's not gonna work.
He needs to, I don't know, he needs to drop that pack, take a few hits or something, otherwise he's going to risk not taking any shots off at all. But I think this is going to be the end here. I mean, it's the one AT piece in Sepha's entire army.
Oh, there goes the P-grants. And
he's going to try and pop off Faust.
Faust. But, yeah, what's actually going to kill them here now? Nothing.
There goes the pack gun.
Armored car gets killed by the base MGs in Aimstrong's base. I'm not exactly sure what that upgunned scout car from Sepha was doing in the Soviet base. Feels to me that he really enjoys going into the enemy base for some reason.
I think they're both enjoying a bit of base action at the moment. But
well, with 2 T-34s, I can see the point, because you can damage the base buildings, you can kill all of the infantry, and you can run stuff over. But with a half-track and a scout car, actually, when the scout car with the up gun, with the 2-centimeter autocannon, when it gets bet 2, it gets some increased damage, etc. It can actually take out the base MGs quite quickly. I've seen that.
Really? That's pretty cool.
I mean, it does good damage. Not too bad at all. And as Peter said previously, you know, if you get on the rear armor on some tanks, you can actually do some nice damage. New pack is producing, but right now Sepha's army consists of the newly produced pack running onto the field, a one-man P-Gren bet 2, and a one-man MG.
Yeah, the MG is not going too well.
About to die.
It's gonna die as soon as these conscripts can get their asses in gear.
Here comes the pack right now, but he barely has anyone to spot for him. Luckily enough, you get some line of sight in your base sector, so he's going to be able to see them, but I'm not exactly sure what this is actually going to accomplish. He destroyed, I think he self-destructed his own base building to get in firing range to those T-34s.
Well, this game is essentially over.
No, gun gets blown up even. And Sepha throws in the towel, rightly so as well. He was base rushed, he self-destructed his own tier 1 building in the base to get at them, and the pack got destroyed by the Su-85 long-range snipe on the gun itself. Destroys that 11-kill Soviet sniper. Plenty of veterancy on Aimstrong's army, and basically Sepha's army was a one-man MG.
Well, that was a pretty brutal game. Another very quick Soviet victory has been taken on the fields of Kolodny Firma Winter. But more interestingly, that now means that we are now in a position of 2-2 but in this final for the $1,000 for the top prize between these two great players, Sepha and Aimstrong. We are now going to take a quick break while we switch over to our final game of the night. It is the final of the final of the final. It's the game 5 that will decide who walks away with $1,000 at the end of tonight. Stay tuned, guys.